Hello students, welcome back to my channel Little Endeavor. Today we will read a story, The Fun They Had, which is there in the Beehive book of class 9. So let's get started. The Fun They Had is a science fiction written by the American writer Isaac Asimov. It first appeared in a children's newspaper in 1951 and was reprinted in the February 1954 in many other magazines. The story is based on the education system which might be implemented 1,000 years later. It is completely a virtual classroom and there is no physical classes or any involvement of a human as a teacher. All are being controlled by robots and electronic gadgets. Now I will show you a layout of that virtual classroom. Schools of the future. In this layout you can see that it is being designed with learning through computers, virtual classroom, robotic teacher and moving e-text. The story was written many years ago, and in the story it is mentioned that the year is 2151 when the virtual classes are going on. All students are sitting in their home and there is no need of going to school. The classroom is just next to their bedroom, which is full of gadgets, computers and robots. All lessons are being taught by the robotic teacher and all classroom interactions and evaluation are being done by the moving e-text. Students do not read any books, they did not even see any book ever before. They only read PDFs and the Kindle edition of the books. The story begins with two children, Tommy and Margie. Margie is 11 years old and Tommy is 13 years old. Now have a look on the summary of the story. The story begins with two children named Margie and Tommy. It takes place in the world of the future where computers dominate everything. Moreover, it also shows how the concept of schools and classrooms has transformed completely. It's the year 2157 and Margie is writing in her diary about how Tommy found a book. This book was of Tommy's grandfather when he was a little kid. Margie learns about how they used to print all the stories on paper back then. Further, they read the book themselves and find the feeling of turning pages over rather funny. It was funny because they were not in the habit of reading still words, only ones in motion, that too on a screen. We learned that in the future there are no books, only telebooks. They store them in TV sets and computers. After that, it takes an interesting turn when they discuss school. Margie learns that schools were very different back then. They had actual persons who were teachers. It is surprising because, moreover, she does not like school because of a lot of reasons. The school she studies in does not have any classmates. In fact, it does not even have recess or playground. Margie and Tommy study in a virtual classroom. They have robots as teachers. Most importantly, her school is next to her bedroom only. It is a room full of electronics, robots and gadgets. The computer software teaches her everything. When Margie attends her school after learning about the earlier ones, she starts wondering. When she starts studying, she cannot help but think about the earlier days. Margie wonders about the fun her grandparents would indulge in. She imagined kids from different neighborhoods coming together merrily to attend school. Moreover, the fact that they were taught the same thing amused her. It was because everyone would help each other out with the homework. Thus, in the end, she is left wondering about the fun they had. So, at the end of the story, it is clear to us that the author has tried to give us an outline of the virtual classroom which is going to be implemented hundreds and hundreds years later due to gradual development and human dependency on technology. In 2157, students do not know how a book looks like. Tommy and Margie have found a book from attic which is their grandfather's book. They are very much astonished when they came to know about the school days of earlier times. They are trying to imagine the human teachers, the classmates, the classrooms, and the fun they had. It was very much thrilling to them after experiencing the boredom of virtual classroom and robotic teachers. So, students, this is all about the chapter, the fun they had. Read the chapter carefully at home and see you again in the next video. Thank you.